Last night, the Las Vegas Raiders sent their starters out to face off against the Dallas Cowboys backups, and it wasn't pretty. Fans might be panicking, but there's no need. Defensive coordinator Patrick Graham and offensive coordinator Q Lugazi weren't showing their true strategies. They didn't want to give Jim Harbaugh and the Los Angeles Chargers anything to study. The focus last night was all about the quarterback competition. It came down to that game, and head coach Antonio Pierce declared Gardner Minshew as the winner. But was it because Gardner Minshew outperformed O'Connell? Not really. Someone had to win, and it could have easily gone either way. Gardner Minshew and O'Connell are complete opposites. If you combine their strengths, you'd have the perfect quarterback. Unfortunately, their weaknesses are just as glaring. At training camp, it was clear that O'Connell has a stronger arm and better accuracy, but when he's under pressure, he crumbles. He often throws the ball up for grabs to avoid a sack. Gardner Minshew, on the other hand, gets into trouble because he thinks he can scramble better than he actually can and tries to make risky throws. So, who would you rather have? The one who tries to do too much, or the one who's overly cautious? The Raiders probably figured they could coach Gardner Minshew to be more careful with the ball, easier than they could teach O'Connell to stay calm under pressure. Pierce doesn't want his quarterback turning the ball over, and that pick six O'Connell threw at the end likely sealed the deal for Gardner Minshew. I was rooting for O'Connell, hoping he'd make a big leap in his second year, but that didn't happen. So now, I'm backing Gardner Minshew. Let's hear from Coach Pierce. He didn't say he had his mind made up, but he did say he saw enough to make a decision. "We've seen enough reps, 2 games," he said. "Our guys aren't playing in the third preseason game, our starters. So we'll sleep on it and make a decision over the next couple days. Everything counts too. OTAs, minicamp, training camp, preseason games. There are a lot of factors. Command of the offense, efficiency, and turnovers are huge. Taking care of the football is going to be important for our team." Pierce also mentioned that neither quarterback really stepped up to win the job like he hoped. Everybody wants to see a player just take it and say, "I'm your guy." Obviously, that didn't happen, so we're going to have to make a decision, live with it, and support whoever that quarterback is going forward. Today, Pierce didn't waste any time. He announced that Gardner Minshew will be the starting quarterback. As we head into the 2024 season, I had a conversation this morning with Coach Antonio Pierce, offensive coordinator Luke Getsy, and GM Tom Tesco. A lot of factors influenced our decision, and it wasn't just based on last night's performance. We believe Gardner Minshew gives us the best chance to start the season strong, and that's the direction we're going in. The team, the staff, and the entire organization are fully behind him. Coach Pierce explained the deciding factor. It's about experience, how he operates, how he processes information, and what we've seen in practice. Some of that showed up in the games, but there's still room for improvement. Nothing is a finished product, but based on where we want to go in the first quarter of the season, we feel Gardner gives us the best opportunity. Pierce also highlighted what he's looking for from Gardner Minshew. His personality and energy are infectious, and he's a natural leader, but he needs to improve his footwork in the pocket and stay on script more often. There's some magic when he breaks the pocket, but sometimes if the first or second read is there, he needs to make the play. He understands that. And most importantly, he knows he needs to take care of the football. When Coach Pierce broke the news to the quarterbacks, their reactions were professional. "Gardner Minshew and O'Connell are true professionals," he said. "The way they handled this competition has resonated throughout our building, especially with our staff and team. They've cheered each other on and been good teammates. They brought out the best in each other during practices and games. They both took the news like champs, and I told them both to stay ready because in the NFL, you never know what's going to happen. O'Connell is a young player with tremendous potential. I believe he'll be a starter in this league, whether it's this year or next. He will play in games, and Gardner has done a great job of being that older, experienced presence for him." When Pierce said Gardner Minshew gives the Raiders the best chance to start fast, it made me wonder if he's leaving the door open to bring O'Connell back later. Here's what Pierce said. "Everything is broken into sections. We want to get off to a fast start with 2 games on the road and 2 at home in the first quarter of the season. Thanks for watching and see you next time."